Item number 2 is the approval of the minutes of the regular meeting of November 9, 2010.
Alderman Roach moves approval of those minutes. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. The minutes are approved.
Item number 3, Mr. President, is a citation submitted by Alderman Sullivan and the entire board and the mayor, commending Jim Muncy and Bob Collotti, who are retiring after almost 20 years of announcing Lady Highlanders basketball games and varsity hockey games on Channel 15, providing constant support and encouragement to Somerville student athletes.
Mr. Alderman.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. If I could have James Muncy Jr. and Bob Collotti please join me at the podium.
Evening, gentlemen.
Jim and Bob came to us from Arlington. As students at Arlington Catholic, they became big supporters of their athletic programs and their head coach, Brian Harris. When Coach Harris took over the Lady Highlander program in 1992, Jim and Bob quickly put on the Highlander red and blue, and the rest is history. Bringing a unique style of analysis to Educational Channel's 15 sports coverage, each game became the place to be. Their outfits, comedy, and creative knowledge grew as each program reached new heights. While announcing at countless league titles, sectional championships at the Walter Brown Arena, Saugus Arena, and on the Garden Parquet floor, this duo gave everything they had to support these two programs, Somerville High School and the city of Somerville. From their first basketball game, way back on February 2nd, 1993, a nickname was given to every Highlander player, several coaches, fans, and parents. Who could forget the likes of Warrior, Hurricane, Gladiator, Kamikaze, Malicious, Bruiser, Mangler, Crippler, Lunatic, Annihilator, my favorite, Demon, and even our own president, King Cobra. These nicknames have lived on to this day. While Bob continues his play-by-play career with the Somerville High School football program, Jim and Bob, Sinister Somerville and Captain Somerville, will call their final game after 19 years tomorrow night. Jim and Bob were so inspired by the act of giving out citations that they borrowed the concept and retired a senior's nicknames after each season. It was with pleasure to return the favor here tonight with you to officially retire their names. Ricker Rocka, Firecracker, Shish Boom Bar. Jim and Bob did it. Jim and Bob did it. Rah, rah, rah. And here it is, the Board of Alderman reminding all of Somerville to hug a Highlander. With that, I want to present Jim and Bob. The one thing I did forget, Mr. Chairman, is to officially read the citation, which I will right now. Be it hereby known to all that the Somerville Board of Aldermen offers sincerest congratulations on the happy occasion of James Muncy Jr. and Bob Collotti retiring after 13 years of announcing the Somerville High School varsity hockey program and 19 years for the Lady Highlander basketball program on Educational Channel 15. Congratulations, gentlemen, and thank you for your service. Thank you. Voting is yours.
Gentlemen, welcome. Mr. Collotti.
King Cobra.
Papa Cobra.
Thank you very much, Alderman Sullivan. That was quite an honor. And start off, I'd like to thank a few important people that have supported us over the years, starting with former mayors Michael Capuano, Roach, Dorothy Kelly Gay, and current mayor Joseph Curtatone. Thank you very much for your support. Couldn't have done it without you. Also, Principal Chris Johansson, who was a very big supporter of Jim and Bob over the past years. Big thanks to him. Former Superintendents Davis, Dr. Albert Agenziano, and current Superintendent Panatazzi. Thank you for all your support. Communications Directors Paul Train, Tom Champion, and current Communications Director Michael Meehan. Without those guys' supports, we wouldn't have done what we've been able to do. And Senior Program Director George Wood. He's been with us since the start. All 19 years, George Wood has been there supporting us. Jim?
We'd also like to thank the head coaches and their staffs. Head coaches of the hockey teams, Coach Liberatore, McDonald, Bertoni, and Allen, and head coach of the basketball team for all 19 years, Brian Bad Boy Harris. He's been with us since day one. I admire him both as a person and as a coach who has always had his players' best interests at heart. I want to thank all the parents over the years. They always made us feel appreciated. They welcomed us with open arms. I'd hate to start naming family names and leave out dozens and dozens that deserve to be mentioned, but a few that do come to mind are the Mackey family, the Howes, the Connollys, Rossettis, Carusios, Dailies, Cremonis, Haggertys, and the Helens. All of the players, some of whom are here tonight, I thank you for such wonderful entertainment and for accepting us into your field house for every home game. You made us feel as though we were wearing the same uniform, and that's something I never took for granted. I thank the fans for making us feel as though we were better at this job than we ever really were. And finally, Jeff Regenziano, who is snapping pictures. His dedication to Somerville High School sports is unparalleled. I wouldn't have lasted half as long as I did without his support. And of course, my partner Bob, I wouldn't have lasted one game without him. And there's nobody else I would have rather done this job with for the past 19 years than my friend Bob. I can't say I'm leaving without regrets. I'm having regrets just being here right now reading this. But I do know it's not right to hold on just out of fear of letting go. And I thank everybody for this citation and your support over the years.
Mr. President. Mr. President, while they're still there,
Gentlemen, please come on back. We're not done yet.
would the players please stand up that play for Somerville High? We want to give you a round of applause as well. Mr. President, I want to speak just briefly on both of our behalfs in a moment, but I would like to just tell these two guys who I've seen around the field house, said hello to occasionally, but, you know, when I was essentially bedridden 8 years ago, couldn't get out of the house, one of the brightest points of my day was listening to these guys do a Highlanders basketball game, and I want to thank you for that. I also want to speak on behalf of my colleague, President of the Board, Jack Conley, who's also a basketball official like myself, and I'm going to give you one chance to say something good about an official.
Bob?
He's lost for words, Jack.
There was this official back in the day called Ron the referee. He had great hair. I always remember that to this day.
Okay. All right, thanks.
Thank you.
Gentlemen, on behalf of many of my colleagues and as a dad of Kim the Cobra Conley, I want to say how very enjoyable it was to attend a lot of those games, because when the high school was up by 25 or 30 points, most people were watching and listening to you guys for the genuine comic relief and fun, frivolity, and good nature. And I can tell from many, many games that I had the opportunity to go to, and then to go back and re-listen to what I might have missed watching the game. And my DVR was pretty well full up of Jim and Bob highlights. And I hope you're on YouTube. Gentlemen, thank you very much, and it was an honor to have had your many talents over the years and for all the extra work you did behind the scenes, which I know was formidable. Thank you.